Hi, good evening. Kathy Burra showing up live on day 8 of the 30 Days of Green Hope sharing. And I've been hearing from some of you over the last few days of live videos, some of your comments, some of your things that you remember, things that, since I'm sharing about my parents and family, I've been sharing what you remember about them or what you've seen over the years. Oops, excuse me. And that's been special. We're still at my mother-in-law's, and today has been one of those days where you have these plans of things you're going to do when you're finally together, and it hasn't worked out that way, and yet we've got to be together, even though it took a different venue than we had planned, and Ren's mom hasn't felt so great, and it's been great. It's just been fine that we've been able to be here and try to help a little bit during this time. We're really sad she doesn't feel well, but it feels good to be here and do something. But we had a new perspective on what this time together was going to look like, and that's kind of the theme for this day, is a new perspective. We met my brother. Last night it was Rennie's brother. Tonight it was my brother and his wife and my parents for supper tonight. And we see things coming just once in a while. My brother's here more often, and his wife, and they see things more often. And just watching my dad, especially my dad, just process the energy. I was telling him the other day, and I noticed this even with Ren's mom today, since she's not been feeling well. Early on, when I was diagnosed with Addison's disease, one of the things that was shared with me was a story about two friends. That the one had a lot of chronic illness, and she was trying to help her friend understand why she couldn't do some things that the friend wanted her to do. And she explained that imagine you have 12 spoons in your hand, and you get to use those 12 spoons throughout the day. And she used spoons because they were at a restaurant. So spoons helps represent all the activities you do in a day. So you get up in the morning, you get dressed, put on your makeup. That takes half a spoon. If you decide to shower, that takes a whole spoon. So she had the friend decide, you want to do half a spoon or whole spoon? We're going to do whole spoon because we're going to do the shower, we're going to do that. So, okay, great. Down to 11 spoons. Worked through. So then you have breakfast and you do the next thing. Are you going to do this or that? This will take half a spoon, this will take a whole spoon. And they work their way through the day. And at the end of the day, it's like 6:30, and they're saying, okay, we only have half a spoon left. And the friend goes, but we're going to go out to eat. Well, I can't, because I don't have enough spoons. And the friend all of a sudden went, oh. Well, for Rennie, that was a huge awareness with some of my issues, that I only have so many spoons in a day. And what does that look like as I walk through any given day? What kind of things can I do and can't I do in order to have the energy I need to do the things I need to do? And I shared that with my dad this week, and he all of a sudden went, that's it, that's exactly it. And so as he was walking out of the restaurant that he had come to have dinner with his 2 children and their spouses tonight, I said, are you out of spoons? And he said, yeah, I'm just about out of spoons. And you could tell that there wasn't much left. But he got in the pickup and he sat back, and I thought, there's a new perspective, a new way of seeing not just the issues that I deal with on a day, but the issues of life, and all that he's given and all that he's done, and all that the energy that it takes just to do life right now. And I was struck with yet a new perspective, though I've been with him at times when he couldn't even do what he did tonight. So I rejoice that he and Mom are able to do what they do, but I know that he struggles that it's so little compared to all that he used to do. So why do I share that with you? Well, I'm not sure. Because it's a new perspective. Well, part of the joy of being with my mom-in-law is that she always has this new perspective. And I want to show you a little bit. I'm sitting out at her back porch. And if you look behind me, see, these are some of her flowers, if I can show them to you. She lives in an independent cottage. And so she has all these beautiful flowers. Let's go over on the other side, see if I can show them to you that way. I could reverse the camera, but there's a fountain. It's not going right now. But all these beautiful flowers and the flower planters there on the fence line. And it's something that gives her life and energy and joy. And we tease her about, saying she's not going to do as much this year, and she always does. And it's just because she loves the beauty of it. She loves the planting of it. She loves all that. And we love that she does. We love that she loves and want to support her as much as we can in that process. But the perspective, if you look, I won't show them to you, but there's other cottages around and they're just empty. They're just plain. But there's a new perspective in this cottage because Ren's mom makes it beautiful every year, full of flowers, full of loveliness. And some of them she's able to keep over in her little garage garden shed that she has here. But it's a new perspective. So I was challenged today by a new perspective. I don't know if you're familiar with the Passion Translation. Some people struggle with it. I actually find it fascinating. And I love to read scripture from there because sometimes we've read scripture and it's become so common that we forget the beauty of it. We don't absorb what it's really saying to us. Well, today, the scripture that stood out to me, and I'll see if I can do this so that you can still see me and I can see. Can you still see me? Anyway, the verse I want to read to you is from Matthew chapter 6. Does that sound familiar? Verses 9 and 10, and listen to it. The words are, "Our beloved Father, dwelling in the heavenly realms, may the glory of your name be the center on which our lives turn. Manifest your kingdom realm and cause your every purpose to be fulfilled on earth, just as it is in heaven." Now, does that sound familiar? The Lord is, no, our Father, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. This is the Lord's Prayer, only it's said so differently. And I love how it starts, our beloved Father. Our beloved Father, dwelling in the heavenly realms, may the glory of your name be the center on which our lives turn. Manifest your kingdom realm and cause your every purpose to be fulfilled on earth, just as it is in heaven. A new perspective on something that I've known most of my life. And I thought, I want to keep this time of being with my parents, of watching, Ren's mom and my parents look from a new perspective at the age and stage of life that they're in. I want to carry with me over the next 20 years of my life to when 24 or 5 years to when I get to be their age. I want to carry with me a fresh perspective, a new perspective, a willingness to create beauty where I can, loveliness, to manifest His purposes here on earth, just as it is in heaven, to be a conduit of His glory. What about you? I'm not, all of these things are tied together, I know, and I haven't had time to just sit and process them, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. How do you sense you're being a conduit today? Conduit of hope, green hope, life-giving hope, beautiful flowering green hope. How are you being a conduit of hope today? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Love to hear what stands out to you, even in this video, even as you're thinking about your new perspectives on the old things that you've had, whether that's scripture, reading it from a different translation, or whether that's seeing it through different eyes. Whatever it is, I encourage you to stop and pay attention to what you're noticing. What are you seeing? What are you hearing? What's the loveliness, and how do you get to be part of it? Thanks for listening. I will talk to you tomorrow on day 9. See you later. Bye-bye.